Working memory and attention are so tightly connected that when one is weak, the other is almost always weak as well. In fact, when we do assessments for students with attention issues or diagnosed with ADHD, almost always working memory is a weakness. It's in simple terms, attention controls what gets into working memory. Working memory controls what we do with that information, right? So let's talk about attention feeding working memory first. So working memory is the brain's, it's kind of like the mental workspace that allows you to hold directions in your mind, keep track of steps and things like math equations, follow multi-step directions. But information only gets into working memory if attention selects it, or if you're actually sustaining attention in the moment you're receiving the information. So if a child isn't fully attending, part of the instruction never gets absorbed. Key details are missed. It's not that the child forgot, they just didn't even process it because they weren't on task, right? Now, once it's in working memory, then sustained attention keeps that information active and in working memory, right? We think of working memory often as the post-it notes holding the information on our brain. So once it's in working memory, sustained attention enables those post-it notes to stay so that they're there throughout the process where they're needed for problem solving or whatever that might be. So if attention drifts, that information fades, steps are lost. Or you might hear your child say, what am I supposed to do again? Really noticeable with like multi-step functions, writing assignments, or complex reading passages or longer reading passages. Divided attention can overload working memory, right? So think of a child, listening, writing, like taking notes. They're writing what's on the board or PowerPoint or screen while absorbing what the teacher's saying. If working memory gets overloaded, that's going to cause an issue. And it's common that happens when attention skills are low. Kids get overwhelmed. So the brain is spending energy managing distractions instead of holding that information. So it can look like forgetfulness, right? Parents often say things like, he forgets everything, or she just doesn't listen, or they can't remember just basic instructions. In many cases, it's not a storage problem. It's an attention regulated working memory problem, and those go together. So because working memory is a core part of executive function, also attention weaknesses ripple outward. So the big picture, think of it this way. Attention is the gatekeeper that allows the information into working memory. Working memory is the workspace that in sustained attention is required for that. Executive function is the manager. So if the gatekeeper is inconsistent, the workspace is unstable, and the manager can't do their job well.